Good morning. In this session, we will see how we can create a login page for entering into database. For example, if somebody wants to enter, it will ask for a username and password, and then when username password matches to already registered username password, then the login will take you to the main database. In our earlier sessions, so we created database. So when you create a database for login page, what will happen? It goes directly into the main menu, where the user has no restriction to enter into database. It will open database and you can enter the data, you can access the data. So this is what we have done. So now what we'll do, we'll create a login page like this, and the user will be asked to select the password and select the username and enter the password. If it is matching, it has to go to the main page. So there are two steps in this one. The first step is to create a table. The table will have two fields. One is the username, other one is the password. So this table, we enter whatever the users you want to give access, we enter their name and their password. Then this table will be verified with a form. So you create a login form which has a username and password. So the username from here, you can select it, drop down. So it is coming from this table. So whatever the list of the names you gave here, it will appear here, and the password the person has to enter. So the password, this password will be checked with this already created a password list. Once this is done, when you click login, it will go to the menu you select. So if you want the user to access this menu, you can make this menu as the login page access menu. This is what we have to do. For getting to this result, we go through a route of macro. So you have two options. So you can write a VBA program to fulfill this login page coding requirements, or you can use a macro. So let us use a macro and see how we can do it. To use a macro, in the macro, use a one particular expression, or this one particular command basically. So decount is the command. It will verify the username and password. So the decount has three fields. One is the expression, domain, and criteria. So if you fill this expression, domain, and criteria, then this command will verify the username password. Then it will take you to the main menu which we selected. Okay, let us go back to our database. So in this database, let us close this menu. Now we have to create a table. So we'll go to create. Now here are the tables, and the tables are table design, SharePoint. So go to table design. So it is opening you option to enter the fields. So the field name we give first name, we say user username. This is the field, and this is the short text. You can keep it, and you can keep the number of fields limited from 25. If the username is not going to more than 25 text characters, and then you have a password. So here also short text, but what we can do is you can choose another option to here input mask. We create input mask where the input mask type will be okay. So when you select for input mask, just please save it. So you can save the table, and you give a name to the table. Say it's a TBL. I will say user list. This is the table name. Say okay. So it's saved, and it is asking you select a primary key. So say yes. So you have two options. So either you select ID as a primary key, or another field as a primary key. Okay, let me cancel this one. Let me say another way. Let me delete this one. Okay, you have username and password. I want to keep only username as a primary key. Just keep as a username as a primary key, because you will not enter duplicates when you have the primary key. It will not allow you to enter duplicates. So the password will come back again, password here. And then we want to input mask here, go to click here 3 dots. It will say you must save the table first, say yes. And then it gives the options, different options for the input mask. So here we have one password. Okay, click password. Next, finish. So you see here input is a password, input mask is password type, which means the characters you enter, it will be showing as star mark. So now we have a table user list and just close it. Okay, now expand this navigation bar and you see today we created a table list. You know how to filter. You come here and say create a date. It will give you the object we created today, the first, and then depending on the time you have created last week and folder, you can minimize and maximize this one. So let us open this table we created. Okay, now we can write the username and password. So let us say Abbas. So one username, and I give a password 111. See, this is not showing with password now because we have selected an input mask. If you don't give the input mask, it will display the password. Say Amir. I will say 222. Say Bashir. Say 333. So I just create 3 users. We'll use them while checking the criteria. So now we say close. Now what we said here, first we create a table. Okay, we created a table and it is having users. Table is having this. Now what do we do? Go and create a form. The form will have username, password, and these 2 fields will put, and then the command button. This will complete the form, login form. So let us go to the database. Create. Now in the form you have form design, blank form. So take form design. So it gives a blank form. Now you see here we are in design. So you arrange, format, design. So go to design only, and then first field we want username. Username, already we have the list of users. We want those users to list in this in the field here. So for that we have a good option, that is a combo box option. You expand this one, you get a combo box option here. Just bring it here and place it on the So it is giving 2 options to you. I want combo box to get the values from another table or query. So this is what we want. We have a table user list, and I want the combo box to bring the contents from there. So I choose the first option. Second option is you can type it. So say next, and it will give me all the tables I have available in the database. So I need the last table, which is a user list, table user list. Say next. So here we have only 2 fields, we create username, password. So what I want to verify is select is the username only. So I just choose only one field and then go next. And then these users, they can be in ascending order or descending order. So I choose the field name username and it will be listed in ascending order. Say next. So now I have entered earlier 3 names and all 3 names are appearing here. And this is an ascending order. Say next. And it is asking a name for the combo box. Okay. So I say user name. See, so you have got the username here and then combo box, and then go here and double click this. Okay. Now you see here it's showing combo. This name of this combo box is combo 0. So you have format, data, event, others. So come here, event others. On the combo 0, we change it to u name. This u name will have to use in the macro. So remember this particular name, username. This is the u name, is the combo box name, because this is where we are going to select and we are going to verify this one with respect to what we have in the table username list. So, okay. Now this we have come to this particular first element, that is username. So we select the drop down, that is combo box to combo box. Now we have to add this password option. Okay. Now again, you go to design here and you choose the second button, which is AB, small AB. Select and put on the menu and bring it here, drag it here. So it has given automatically a name text2, but I would choose this one to be, because we want this to be user password. Okay. I would say password. This is the name of the label. Now here, this is the field where we the user will enter. So again, double click and come here, the other field, there is a name. Okay, it is giving text2. So I would say here PW. This is the name of password, but the name label name given to this entry. Okay, because we'll use here the PW and U name in our macro creation. You see your name, U name. Okay, now for the login, let's come back here and see here we have created this and this one. Now let us create this login. What is this one? This command button. When you click, it has to go to the main access. It has to give access. So how do you create this? Again, go to design. Okay, then you have a XXXX. This is the command button. So this is what we create a button. Okay, now it is giving several options here, and we do not want to use these options. Just we want to create a macro linked to this particular button. Cancel. And this command button you can rename. Just double click. Click on this text. You can change the text now. Say login. Login. So this is the name I give to say the command button. Now, if you click on this one on the edge, double click, it will open again the pop-up. So you can give the name here, login. Then here, the first time you're going to use this event. You go to event. So event is the actions it will happen based on your selection. Say here, if you select on click, means if you click on this button, what action should happen, that we define. How do you define? Say you come here, there is a arrow drop down and it is giving you event procedure. So there you can write a VBA code if you open. Because we are going with macro, so we'll not choose this option. We'll go to the 3 dots here. So you select here. Macro builder, say okay. Now let us create a macro. On this screen, you see add new action. So you come here, put icon here. You can select if. So we are going to write if and if statements. So once you select if, it opens up a option to enter the command. So we'll select a command d count. Once you type DC, gives you the option d count. So just double click this one. So it opens with the parentheses. So here what we do, as we saw before, you can look at the format of d count. So syntax of the d count is, you have expression, which is the field we would like to check, that is a username, for example, and then the domain. Domain is the table which has this username. Then criteria, where we check the username and password, if this is correct or not, the entered value. So let us go to the database and see here. Once you keep the icon here, come to the right. Here you find a invoke builder. So double click this one or single click. It opens up the expression builder pop-up. So here decount. So come down on the expression elements. You come to this database, my database. So once you expand this, so you find the tables. Because we have tables, queries, forms. You can select from anywhere the elements and then you build a expression. But now we are interested in tables. And in these tables, so we have created a user list table. So just pick up that. Then you have expression categories, expression values. So what we are going to do is to check the username from the table. So pick up this username, double click. So it automatically selected username from the table user list. This particular thing you need to put it under inverted commas. So take the inverted comma here, put it here. So this is the first field. So if you come here, the first field is expression. So expression is username. This is selected from the table. So the domain here, we have to select the domain here. Second syntax requirement is domain. So go here and you put a comma here because we finished the first expression element. Then you see what is showing here, domain. So domain is for as the user list, the table name. So select again the commas and there's a TPL user list. Close this commas. Okay, so this is the table. Then you have to give the third one is the criteria. So the once you enter the comma is in criteria. So the criteria again, put it under inverted commas. So what is the criteria you want to do? So again, same, you pick up this username, what you entered. This is we need to delete this expression exp, delete this one. And then here and then also delete this one. And this one should be equal to the name of the login username. So what you said, you name. We named the text, the field as, we named this one as uname. So that when somebody enters the username, selects the username, this should be equal to uname. So this is uname. From the username, we selected uname. There is one missing here. Okay. Then this also you put under square brackets. Then you say and. This is going to verify, this expression is going to verify the entered username is same as the username available in the table. Then also we have to compare the password. This is the password. Again, this expression, remove the expression X. The end and beginning. And in the beginning. Then you have table password. This should be equal to, again, we have named this segment, this label as PW. So we have take the same PW text, then you close the dot commas. So what we are doing basically is you are verifying the username first from the table list, and then the criteria is that username should be equal to the one we entered or selected, and the password should be equal to the password we have in the system. So already we entered. So say OK. Now the criteria is fixed. Now you see you have if and end if. This is going to be starting of the execution of the program, and this is the end of. So in between, suppose say now username and password both are matching. What we should do, we want to have a message saying yes, this is correct, or Now let us select a inbuilt command message box. Once we enter, it gives an option to enter the message. So I would say, congratulations, login successful. So this is the message I want to give. And then you can say in the title, welcome, can you welcome. So once the message gives once password is correct, what do you want? We want a form to be opened. This is our idea. So this is a message give. After the message, we say open form. So which form we want to open? We have the list of the forms here. So we go to the home page, the one we earlier assigned. So the home is selected. The view is form view and normal. So there is no other filters required for us. Simply want the form to be opened. Once the form is opened, then it will go to the menu. Suppose let us minimize this one. Okay, these two will minimize. So you have, if this is equal, then this will exclude. If this is not equal, which means the password is not correct, then you need a message. Oh, sorry. Here we will say else. It is add else. If this is not equal, then the message, you should give a message. Select message box. Then you write a message. Incorrect password. Please try again. This is what we want to say. You can say check password. So this one will be else it will say, and then you can decide what you would like to do. Again, you can say, again, you can open form. And then this time, what form will use? You can use I think the form we have created, there is not name is not given, so it is form 2. So this form has to be renamed. So we'll skip this one. Okay. If the password is not correct, say password is not correct. For now, we'll simplify the creation of the login page. Okay. Other option is that if the password doesn't match, then we can say close the database. So you can select a close database, it will close the database. Here, close database. Okay, so this one is the if, else, if and if and else. If then, else and if. This is the total commands we can use for executing the login page. So let us say this, we have finished this one. So close it. So it is saying something is wrong here. So let us go to the expression and see what is wrong. There's space here, or remove the space. So there is a space here, we remove the space. Now the expression is okay. Now we can close this. So we need to add a pair of closing parentheses here that should be providing us the complete command here. So now we have the command linked to this login page, login button. So now just we'll try to few things. So we'll try to add few formatting things here. So we keep the login screen very small, and then we can give a background. So click right mouse click, say format, and here you see the detail. So here instead of that you say go form. So it will give several options here. So go to here and say form. You have to select everything. Okay. Now when you select here, you can see here there is a others. Okay. Now you say pop-up yes, and say model yes, and then come to the format and find here there is a scroll bars, say neither, no scroll bars, and navigation buttons and say no, and you can say border style sizable thin, you can say thin, and auto center, you can say auto center, and auto resize, you can say yes, and then you can select the background color like this. Choose here, you'll choose this one to be background color. You just keep the icon here, it will appear background color. So let us select some small color, different color, and then go to design, pick up a square sign here and place over here. And again, come back to the back color. You select white, and you find the white screen here. And then you select, go to the position to send back. So you will find the screen, which you will find probably bit appealing. And also you can create you can insert a small picture here if you like for login. Say we can insert a picture if you like to have. We can picture here, insert image, go to insert image, browse. So let's put an icon here. I have a small icon. We'll keep it and resize it. So this is, let us say, a login page. So we save this one. So it is saving as form 2. Let's save it as form 2. Let us go back to this form 2 and rename it. Right mouse click it and rename it. Say, you can say login. Page. So we have login page. So click this one, it will appear login page like this. So you can close it here. So now let us close database. Okay. Now let us reopen this database. So you find the same old main menus appear. Now we need to make a change to open that login page instead of this page. So how do you do that? Go to File, Options, and then go to Current Database. So here display form. Instead of home, you select login page. Now say OK. Now you have to restart the database again. So you say quit, again open it. Now you see it is appearing with the login page. Now let us say, what was the users we have? We have the 3 users. So let us select this user pass. Now what is the password? I gave 111. So it is giving you login or to have to check. Okay, what is saying here? Login failed. See, there is a mistake in the command we have executed. So let us see what is the mistake here. So here it is showing TBLE user list. Actually, the table name is TBL. So we have an extra E, which is causing the program not to run. So we go back and go to right mouse click, design, and let us correct this mistake. Double click this one, and you go to the embedded macro, just choose the 3 dots there, and go back to here, remove this E. And then save it. Now let us try to execute this option. Okay, so go close this one, save in the login page. Now it is giving login page. Let us try again. We give a password 111. So it is saying congratulations, login successful. Then it is opening the form. We'll make 2 more changes here. Okay, so let us go to this form itself and say design view. Now this password we do not want to see while entering. So double click this one, go back, go to data, then you see here input mask. So here select the input mask as a password. Click this one, select this, finish. So now if you enter the password, let us run it. So if you enter no password, will show you star marks on. So if you say OK, say login successful. Now this pop-up is not closing. So what we do, one option is that you can go back and go to design view. We can keep an icon here. One option is to go here, put a command button, select command button. Then you say this is the form. This form, you want to close the form, choose close form. Next, and then you can have a symbol itself, picture of the closing form, and say close, give the name close. Okay, finish. So you have an icon, you can close the menu. Now you have this menu. Again, let us go to check again. Say Amir. The password I gave is 222. Select it. Say it says okay, congratulations, you have login successful. So suppose if we give 111, what happens? Login says incorrect password. Okay, then we give a command to close the database. It automatically close the database. So now open the database now again. Now you see it is giving you directly login page. Now if you want to close all of this, you cannot go enter into database unless you log in from here. So say Bashir, let us say Bashir, I gave password 333, then say login, then login is successful. So okay, now the pop-up remains there. So say close, pop-up is closed, then you have the rest of the database available for you. So this is how you can create a user login and restrict the entry for the users we have. Now, if you want to add any more users, how do you add? You can go to here and open the user list. You can add here whichever the user you want. Say Ram Mohan. So you want to view 4444. You can add it and close it. This is one way you can use the username for the login. So you can say quit. This is how you can add the login page to your database.